I will talk about the sponsor of this video, Cloudways, fast, simple and reliable cloud hosting platform. You can host phenomenal websites on a managed platform built by digital agencies, developers and e-commerce businesses that are backed by 24/7 into 365 support. So we will talk about different plans of this hosting platform. So here are the plans. So the services offered by Cloudways is from various different platforms like DigitalOcean, Vultr, Linode, AWS, Google Cloud. So you can choose any plans from here basis on your requirement. So here are the plans. You can go to this part of this page and you can select your services, and you can also try it for free. Register Cloudways today. We have placed a link in the descriptions. Happy hosting.
Free sharing of the latest SOC C03 dumps to pass your AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate exam. 1. A company is designing a cloud communications platform that is driven by APIs. The application is hosted on Amazon EC2 instances behind a network load balancer, NLB. The company uses Amazon API Gateway to provide external users with access to the application through APIs. The company wants to protect the platform against web exploits like SQL injection and also wants to detect and mitigate large, sophisticated DDoS attacks. Which combination of solutions provides the most protection? Select 2. A. Use AWS WAF to protect the NLB. B. Use AWS Shield Advanced with the NLB. C. Use AWS WAF to protect Amazon API Gateway. D. Use Amazon GuardDuty with AWS Shield Standard. E. Use AWS Shield Standard with Amazon API Gateway. 2. A company recently migrated to AWS and wants to implement a solution to protect the traffic that flows in and out of the production VPC. The company had an inspection server in its on-premises data center. The inspection server performed specific operations such as traffic flow inspection and traffic filtering. The company wants to have the same functionalities in the AWS cloud. Which solution will meet these requirements? A. Use Amazon GuardDuty for traffic inspection and traffic filtering in the production VPC. B. Use traffic mirroring to mirror traffic from the production VPC for traffic inspection and filtering. C. Use AWS Network Firewall to create the required rules for traffic inspection and traffic filtering for the production VPC. D. Use AWS Firewall Manager to create the required rules for traffic inspection and traffic filtering for the production VPC. 3. A company is storing sensitive user information in an Amazon S3 bucket. The company wants to provide secure access to this bucket from the application tier running on AMA2 on EC2 instances inside a VPC. Which combination of steps should a solutions architect take to accomplish this? Select 2. A. Configure a VPC gateway endpoint for Amazon S3 within the VPC. B. Create a bucket policy to make the objects to the S3 bucket public. C. Create a bucket policy that limits access to only the application tier running in the VPC. D. Create an 1AM user with an S3 access policy and copy the IAM credentials to the EC2 instance. E. Create a NAT instance and have the EC2 instances use the NAT instance to access the S3 bucket. 4. A company is preparing to launch a public-facing web application in the AWS cloud. The architecture consists of Amazon EC2 instances within a VPC behind an elastic load balancer, ELB. A third-party service is used for the DNS. The company's solutions architect must recommend a solution to detect and protect against large-scale DDoS attacks. Which solution meets these requirements? A. Enable Amazon GuardDuty on the account. B. Enable Amazon Inspector on the EC2 instances. C. Enable AWS Shield and assign Amazon Route 53 to it. D. Enable AWS Shield Advanced and assign the ELB to it. 5. A company is planning to build a high-performance computing HPC workload as a service solution that is hosted on AWS. A group of 16 Amazon EC2 Latinx instances requires the lowest possible latency for node-to-node communication. The instances also need a shared block device volume for high-performing storage. Which solution will meet these requirements? A. Use a duster placement group. Attach a single provisioned IOPS SSD Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS, volume to all the instances by using Amazon EBS multi-attach. B. Use a cluster placement group. Create shared LI systems across the instances by using Amazon Elastic File System, Amazon EFS. C. Use a partition placement group. Create shared tile systems across the instances by using Amazon Elastic File System, Amazon EFS. D. Use a spread placement group. Attach a single provisioned IOPS SSD Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS, volume to all the instances by using Amazon EBS multi-attach. 6. An application runs on an Amazon EC2 instance in a VPC. The application processes logs that are stored in an Amazon S3 bucket. The EC2 instance needs to access the S3 bucket without connectivity to the Internet. Which solution will provide private network connectivity to Amazon S3? A. Create a gateway VPC endpoint to the S3 bucket. B. Stream the logs to Amazon Cloud Which logs. Export the logs to the S3 bucket. C. Create an instance profile on Amazon EC2 to allow S3 access. D. Create an Amazon API Gateway API with a private link to access the S3 endpoint. 7. A company recently migrated to AWS and wants to implement a solution to protect the traffic that flows in and out of the production VPC. The company had an inspection server in its on-premises data center. The inspection server performed specific operations such as traffic flow inspection and traffic filtering. The company wants to have the same functionalities in the AWS cloud. Which solution will meet these requirements? A. Use Amazon GuardDuty for traffic inspection and traffic filtering in the production VPC. B. Use traffic mirroring to mirror traffic from the production VPC for traffic inspection and filtering. C. Use AWS Network Firewall to create the required rules for traffic inspection and traffic filtering for the production VPC. D. Use AWS Firewall Manager to create the required rules for traffic inspection and traffic filtering for the production VPC. 8. A company is implementing a new business application. The application runs on 2 Amazon EC2 instances and uses an Amazon S3 bucket for document storage. A solutions architect needs to ensure that the EC2 instances can access the S3 bucket. What should the solutions architect do to meet this requirement? A. Create an 1AM role that grants access to the S3 bucket. Attach the role to the EC2 instances. B. Create an 1AM policy that grants access to the S3 bucket. Attach the policy to the EC2 instances. C. Create an 1AM group that grants access to the S3 bucket. Attach the group to the EC2 instances. D. Create an 1AM user that grants access to the S3 bucket. Attach the user account to the EC2 instances. 9. A company is building a web-based application running on Amazon EC2 instances in multiple availability zones. The web application will provide access to a repository of text documents totaling about 900 terabytes in size. The company anticipates that the web application will experience periods of high demand. A solutions architect must ensure that the storage component for the text documents can scale to meet the demand of the application at all times. The company is concerned about the overall cost of the solution. Which storage solution meets these requirements most cost-effectively? A. Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS. B. Amazon Elastic File System, Amazon EFS. C. Amazon Elasticsearch Service, Amazon S. D. Amazon S3. 10. A company wants to build a scalable key management infrastructure to support developers who need to encrypt data in their applications. What should a solutions architect do to reduce the operational burden? A. Use multifactor authentication, MFA, to protect the encryption keys. B. Use AWS Key Management Service, AWS KMS, to protect the encryption keys. C. Use AWS Certificate Manager, ACM, to create, store, and assign the encryption keys. D. Use an IAM policy to limit the scope of users who have access permissions to protect the encryption keys.